Good morning from Akureyri, Iceland. I am in a rush because I woke up late, because I'm exhausted, because I stayed up too late. Stunning city and landscape here. Obviously I slept through the arrival, but I will not be doing that this afternoon when we depart. So it is a beautiful little area, and I can see the excursion buses from here because I am on the port side. So we are facing the port from my cabin. So I'm just gonna rush down now and head out for a waterfall and lagoon excursion that I booked through Viator, and I will show you what all of that is like as we experience it. So, all right, off I go.
We have a population of about near a little bit more than 20,000 people. We got 20,000 early last year. When you were sailing in, maybe you could see two islands. More far is Grimsey, and then we have Risey nearby. Here on our left you can see this grey building. It's our cultural and conference center. And here we have a theater, a music school, a shop, and coffee house and restaurants. We are stopping on a red light here, so you can see every red light in Akureyri have a heart shape. In end of August every year we have a fest here in Akureyri called Akureyri Vaka. And one year a lady decided to have all the red lights heart shaped, and since then it has been so.
So it's about an hour drive to get to the waterfall. We just have about 45 minutes here until we go on to the next stop. But this place is so crowded. There are so many people here. But it's a beautiful day, sunny and warm, much warmer than yesterday. I'd say it's probably in the 50s right now. But there's just so many people here. So, I'm going to try and find a viewpoint and show you the actual waterfall if I can see it. Definitely seems like this is the excursion everybody on both ships decided to do today. Everyone's here. Well, that was an experience. People are so incredibly rude and pushy. It's finally squeezed into a little spot and got a couple of pictures. Filmed for just a second, but I was just being jostled all over the place, and honestly it wasn't like super fun. Alright, I moved down further and have a little bit better spot, and there's a little rainbow. Kind of cool to go whitewater rafting down this river. Intense though. Definitely didn't need my hiking boots today. Could have just worn my regular running shoes or tennis shoes and been fine because there's a path and it's not raining or not muddy. So there's also a little coffee shop and restrooms here at this location. So I'm gonna go see if I can get a coffee, try to wake up a little bit more. So I definitely almost fell asleep in the bus on the way over. I could use some caffeine and I didn't have time to go to Starbucks on the ship before I had to leave to meet for this excursion. So. Madness in that store, like madness. But got a little Gatorade, a couple of magnets. Now I'm heading back to the bus, in which there are like 30 buses here.
This loaded benches as well. It's from the lava all over here. Flat all over this area.
So yeah, people used to be a lot shorter, but we had a kind of a growth spurt in the 1970s. Then everyone had moved out of the turf houses and we had gotten better nutrition. So all of a sudden people just got really tall, had really big babies. But yeah, this is a really big house. That's because this is the priest house. The priest used to live in the house. Iceland has a lot of churches all over, and this is a pretty normal church for the countryside. We can fit around 100 people. This is a Lutheran church. We used to be Catholic until around 1550.
Heritage site and museum. There are turf houses and a church and a little handicraft area that we just went into for a little bit. Our group split up into two. There are fewer people here than there were at the waterfall, so it's definitely not as crowded. But we have about 45 minutes here, and then we're heading to the lagoon, the baths. So just exploring this area a little bit. There are the cutest little sheep roaming around. And it's just a beautiful day, a little bit windy, but nice and warm and sunny. No clouds in the sky, not a single one. Couldn't ask for better weather. It's so nice and warm. I barely even need this jacket. If it wasn't windy, I wouldn't need it at all. But you can see the like volcanic lava rock out in the field over here. And then the volcanic stone that makes up the sides of the walkway as you come in, as you enter. So I'm gonna go check out the turf houses, which are right back here. And this is where the priest used to live. Apparently the turf houses here, this is actually a really big one. She called it a turf palace. And interestingly, Icelandic residents of this location, the family would all share one single room, despite the fact that there are 10 rooms in this turf house. They all shared the same room. They slept in the same room. They stayed 2 to 3 to a bed to huddle together to keep warm at night, wearing wool clothing because it gets so cold here. So We don't have too much more time here, but there are restrooms and coffee and tea and things for purchase that if you want to buy anything, they have like sweaters, handmade, all kinds of handmade items, sweaters, crafts, crocheted items. They've repurposed old clothing, some little keychains, and just little things like that, knickknacks and stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna go check out these turf houses, and then we are off to the next stop. This is our third and final stop on our tour today. It took us an hour drive to get back here. We are really close to the port. I can see the ship from here through the trees. But this location is called the Forest Lagoon. It's very different from the Blue Lagoon. For one, it's much smaller, but the water is not blue. It's actually perfectly clear, completely clear. And you can tell that there's minerals. It just feels a little slimy, but it's beautiful here. The facilities are very nice, and you have an incredible view of the fjords and the mountains. It's still snow-capped despite how warm it is today. It's got to be in the 60s at least. So I'm just going to relax here. They were only going to give us 1 hour here to spend in the baths, but they decided to extend it to an extra hour. So we actually have 2 hours here, 2 full hours, and they're going to pick us up at 2 p.m., which will give us plenty of time to get back to the ship before the 3:30 all aboard time. I still am getting a little bit nervous because this is a third-party excursion that I booked through Viator, and it was very expensive. I will put the information on the screen about, or at some point in this video, I will share the information about this excursion and how much I paid. And I'm not sure whether Norwegian offered a comparable excursion. I didn't see it when I was booking on their website, but it may have been something that was already sold out. There were certainly quite a few people at the waterfall that were on a Norwegian tour. I could see their stickers. It was really just us at the heritage site, and then I'm not sure about here. This location is pretty small, so I know you could come on your own. Maybe people came on their own, but I'll just have to look and see if Norwegian offered anything like this, and if they did, I'm sure it was much more expensive. Overall, I think probably worth it. I think we're very fortunate to have a beautiful day outside. today, and still just no clouds and beautiful sunshine, and everyone is just enjoying it. So this place does have they have a restaurant at the front that looks to be serving brunch, and they also have a swim up or walk up bar out here as well in the lagoon, and you just tap your wristband that they provide to you, just like we got at the Blue Lagoon. Tap your wristband and you can purchase drinks, and then you just pay with a card on your way out. Very cool setup, and they make it really easy to just relax and hang out and enjoy the water. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. It's probably 12:30 or 12:45 now. I don't have my watch on, so I'm not exactly sure what time it is, but there were quite a few people who decided not to continue with this part of the tour despite having already paid for it in advance. And I think this add-on was part of the reason why this tour was so expensive, because the other parts were just not pay entry. But the transportation costs, obviously, and then the entrance fee here, I think, is what drove the price up so much. So it's unfortunate that people just didn't feel like continuing with this part. I guess maybe because the weather is so nice, they just wanted to get back on the ship. I'm certainly looking forward to getting back on the ship and enjoying outdoor areas in the sunshine, because that's something we haven't gotten to do yet, and that the Prima really is made for enjoying the outdoor areas. There's so much of them, and they're so big and spacious. So I think I'm just going to continue to chill here and relax, and maybe explore other areas within the lagoon. I've really just kind of sat here. I got my little table and an amazing view. I'd be okay just staying right here. Bar over on the other side of the lagoon, right in behind me. I walked all the way down from the other end, and it's the same thing with the same menu. Not everyone congregates to the one side, so it's nice that they have two on either side. And then there's sort of like this raised area over there that you'd think might be like a hot tub, but all of this is a hot tub. So it looks like it's just an elevated space with the same water source. So I found a little shady spot, or shadier spot, because I realized even though we are super far north, I don't have sunscreen on, other than the makeup that was on my face that I probably washed off when I showered before I entered the pool, which you always have to do. They want you to shower sans bathing suit first, which I did, and everyone was pretty comfortable, as they are in other countries. So you have to shower first before you enter. Pretty sure I washed off all of my face makeup, and that was my sunscreen. So I don't have any sunscreen anywhere else on me, and I do not want to get sunburned, even though it seems unusual to think that you could get sunburned here. But I did actually get a lot of sun at the Blue Lagoon on the first day, so just trying to avoid that from happening again today. But otherwise, there's a breeze coming through the trees. It's just so relaxing and perfect here, and I'm sure that I'm going to have to probably head out here soon. So I'm just enjoying a few more minutes of this bliss. This is probably the last lagoon, hot spring thing that I have booked for this trip as of right now. So just going to soak up every second before I have to leave. Back outside with a few minutes to spare. It looks like our guide is here already, so I imagine the bus is parked down in the parking lot. It's about 1:40, so I still have about 20 minutes left, plenty of time. All I had this morning was a banana and a granola bar for breakfast. Haven't eaten anything else since, and I am ready to eat some lunch on the ship. So it's such a beautiful day. Just can't get over this incredible weather. usual again. Maybe indulge food hall. So the first thing I need to check is if I have a dinner reservation, and that will tell me how much I can or can't eat for lunch, just in case I need to leave a lot for dinner. So we'll see. Just had lunch at the local, and I was gonna get something small like a little salad and some fries, but I ended up getting a sandwich. I do have dinner reservations at Los Lobos tonight, the Mexican restaurant, so I'm trying not to eat too much, but I was so hungry. Anyway, the sandwich was pretty good, and I just came out here, found a little like, I don't know how to describe this, like a hanging bed kind of thing. And I'm right in the sun. And it's pretty windy, but it's just beautiful, and I don't want to be inside while it's so nice out. My cabin is on this side of the ship, but I think I'm just going to hang out down here for a little while and then maybe go up to the cabin and watch sail away from my balcony. But I've got my Kindle and just going to relax here in the sunshine for a little while. Alright, we're getting ready to sail away from Akureyri. There's been a little bit of cloud cover come in, plus the wind made it really cold down on the waterfront or Ocean Boulevard on deck 8. So I came inside and grabbed a Starbucks, nice hot coffee to warm me up because I was freezing. And then sat down by Starbucks for a while and just enjoyed the view on the port side of the ship. But all the lines are in, and we are just about ready to sail away. Looks like the ship just started moving, so we're pulling back from the pier now and getting ready to sail away. The captain came on. Oh, there's some sun. Let me put some sunglasses on. Captain came on and did an announcement, a lengthy announcement while I was sitting by Starbucks, but the crowd was so loud and there were people talking loudly that I really didn't catch most of what he said, other than in about 45 minutes after sail away, we'll be going through a very scenic area and with the possibility of seeing whales. So I think I might just stay out here on my balcony, maybe grab my blanket and post up on these really comfy chairs and keep my eyes peeled for some wildlife and some whales. Would be really cool to see that. But of course the sun is still very much out and up high in the sky because it is only 4 o'clock, so our sail away today is 4 p.m. And then we have a sea day tomorrow, so today was our last Iceland port. We are done with Iceland and we are on our way to Norway. So leaving Iceland, and we'll have a full day at sea tomorrow. I'm sure the ship is going to be busy. I don't know what the weather will be like. Anyway, I'm just going to sit here and relax and chill and read and enjoy one of my favorite things about cruising, which is sailing in and out of ports. Look at how many people are crowded on the clear walkway down there. Right below it, you can't really see it from this angle, but there's a little tugboat or a pilot boat underneath. And I don't know if they're dropping off a late passenger, because they were calling someone's name several times before we left, or if that's a pilot pickup and drop off. I don't know. Usually the pilot is already on board the ship when we depart, and they don't need to get on from a pilot boat. And I can't imagine that we've dropped off the pilot yet, because we are not out of the harbor. So that is very interesting. So yeah, it's just gonna hang out there, I guess. I don't know. This is interesting. It's doing some spins. You guys, I've never seen this before. I don't know what's going on. Is this like a farewell salute of some sort? If you know what this is, leave a comment. Because I've never seen it. But it's kind of cool. It's like a Icelandic farewell. Looks like the pilot of that boat's having a great time. The captain of that boat's having a great time. Bye-bye. All right. Now we are off. And I see the water here is change colors. So it must be either deeper or shallower. This is just really interesting. So I'm excited to see what we are about to get to look at while we are sailing away. Well, no such luck seeing any more whales. I swear I saw a couple puffs of like steam, but no such luck. So it's about 5:45 or so, and we are sailing away, and the sea is just so smooth and glassy and beautiful. And I'm going to read for a little bit longer until I need to go get ready for dinner at Los Lobos, Mexican. Can't wait. Already starting to get hungry again. Looking forward to that dinner. It is cool outside when the sun is behind the clouds, so probably won't eat outside, but gonna enjoy sitting out here with my blanket for a little bit longer and enjoy the fresh air and the beautiful blue sky. It is so bright and blue, so blue, untouched, incredible. Okay, it's time for dinner. I am ready. It's about 8 minutes till 8 o'clock and I'm heading out. I don't need to give you a whole rundown and update of the day because I did that during the day. I think I'm getting better at this vlogging thing. Usually I just, do the whole recap at the end of the day, but I don't have to do that because you already know what I did because I narrated as I was going along. So Los Lobos Mexican food, here I go. So excited for Mexican, so hungry. I'm gonna get myself a margarita too and enjoy this dinner with still so much sunshine and light left in the day. Blue sky, 8 o'clock and it's still so light outside. Love it. I think they've changed the menu in Los Lobos since I was here last, which has been like 1 or 2 years since I was at Los Lobos. I can't remember. But the menu definitely seems different and the salsa is different. But I got fajitas, which I'm really excited about. That's what I had in my mind. That's what I wanted. And they had chicken fajitas on the menu, so we'll see how they are when they come out. The cheese is still bubbling. It just came out. Leave them in. It was amazing. This on my fajitas would be amazing. I have done some damage to this food, but I am like so full. Best meal I've had on a ship in a long time. So good. Might have to come back for a second night. Because this was a perfect meal, like an amazing perfect meal.
Go there.
Alright guys, I just got in. It's very late. I probably shouldn't even bother doing a video update right now. But I just got back to my cabin and it is, hold on, it's 2:11 a.m. But we have a time change notice tonight, so it's actually 3:11 a.m. which is crazy. I haven't stayed up this late on a cruise in a very long time. But here's the deal. That's how bright it is outside. Yeah, it's like super foggy and you can't really see anything. And all of the outdoor decks are closed on the lower parts of the ship and probably like the pool deck and everything too, but you can't go outside at all. The ship is rocking really bad. Clearly we've rolled into either a storm, maybe not a storm, maybe just fog and wind and rain, but crazy how light it is outside, and this is what I have to somehow find a way to go to sleep to. It is wet and cold and rainy and windy out there, but you know what? This is when I sleep best on the ship, so I'm really excited to go to bed, get into this cozy bed, because sleeping when the ship is rocking is so comfortable, for me anyway. Tonight was so much fun. Got to hang out with some, new cruise friends, and we all went dancing in the theater, which honestly, they really need to advertise that more and like tell people that there's a DJ and like a whole like party in there, but there weren't that many people in there. So fun times and just crazy how light it is out there. So anyway, this is where I'm calling it a night for this evening. Day 3 of this cruise in Akureyri, Iceland. Amazing experience today. I loved my excursion. I loved everything that we got to do. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, My name is Meredith and I cruise solo, and I show you what it's like to cruise by yourself. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed what you saw today. I really appreciate it. Your support means so much to me, and every comment and like and subscription means so much. So thank you so much for watching, and happy cruising. Good night.